Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be reviewing another flight that I did in the past. This flight was special because it was the first time I had my brother with me and he was a passenger on this flight. So without further ado, let's get into it and start the review.
Before we begin, my name is Paris. Nice to meet you.
We'll keep them attractive.
As the tower, Archer, 523 Alpha 5 at 2,500.
So basically what's going on here, we just finished our run up and I just basically went through my before takeoff checklist. And so just making sure I'm preparing myself to make sure I cover everything right before takeoff here.
Notice how confused I look in the back because none of this made any sense to me. Still learning the ins and outs. Fun experience, by the way.
I can call him now.
Again?
Addison Tower, thrust 533, holding shore of runway 34, requesting VFR to the east.
Thrust 533, Addison Tower in sequence.
190, Mike Echo is going to make off.
Okay.
I just made my call to get clearance to take off to request VFR. He just gave back an in-sequence call, and so all in-sequence just basically means is that he just is aware of us and that there's a sequence of different planes that are taking off ahead of us, and so he's just letting us know that. Basically, it's gonna be a while. We're gonna wait here for a minute.
There are a lot of planes right there. A lot of amazing jets.
It's real busy here. As you can see, sometimes we just gotta sit and wait for a while to get in, especially at certain airports that are pretty busy.
They gave him priority just because he's a jet.
By the way, amazing jets.
I can give him priority too.
Jet
Yeah.
347, Addison Tower, Roger, continue for runway 3.
They burn about 60 gallons an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So about 400 or something dollars.
Can I switch my fuel pump to the left?
Yes, you can. We'll just, fuel pump's already on, so we go left.
This is an important thing. When we're flying in a low wing airplane as opposed to a high wing airplane, we're always taking fuel either from the left tank or the right tank. So in an airplane, our fuel are in the wings, and we want to make sure that the plane stays level and balanced between the amount of fuel that's in the right wing and the amount of fuel that's in the left wing. And so that's why we always got to monitor to make sure that we're switching the fuel tanks from one side to the other on the low wings.
Thrust 533, runway 34, line up and wait. Traffic is a Honda Jet about 4 east of the field.
Okay, we'll line up and wait. Runway 34, we'll be looking for traffic. Thrust 533.
This is an important thing when it comes to the commands that Tower will give us. Basically, they'll either give us clear for takeoff or line up and wait, and they'll give us runway. And then at this stage, they gave us some special instructions. So we're looking for traffic. So this is just basically important that we can't actually take off on a towered airport until they give us clearance to actually take off. Same thing with landing. To do so is a big no, big FAA violation. So that's just, important things to keep in mind there.
34, clear for takeoff. Thrust 533.
Jet at 347, runway 34, clear to land.
Now we'll just get centered.
land, Jet 347.
So now we're gonna take off as they gave us our clearance.
Wheels are to the
Number 2,
floor.
runway 34, clear to land.
We go full power.
November Delta.
Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed is alive. We're going to rotate at 60. And with that yoke, we're just going to go straight up once we hit 60 to about a 10-degree pitch. There it goes. Perfect.
And here we go. Ooh.
Go a little bit more right rudder. There we go.
And look at the views. Gotta take it all in.
Funny seeing my brother there just looking to get nothing but shots. So this is like a mini discovery flight with him up here too, which is interesting / training.
Okay, so I can turn right now.
Yeah, we reached 400 feet AGL. And you can start adding a little bit more back pressure just to keep the airspeed between 70 to 80 ish.
We got super high up in that thing.
47, say parking.
A millionaire 347.
Okay, looks like we're setting up for straight and level flight here. Let's start to cruise the plane.
Excellent pitch, power, trim.
Okay, cool.
Wind 3207.
Second wants to pitch up slightly.
Here I'm just fiddling with the trim to try to get it straight and level, doing just slight increments here. I'm trying to handle this turbulence.
Notice how it starts shaking? That was a little scary. It was a little terrifying. But
Because of the wind?
Yeah, that's just the wind.
don't know why it was shaking.
Alright, so we can start going to our cruise checklist.
Okay.
Power between 2,500. Let's pull some power back a little bit.
Yeah, that'll also help us. Let's go ahead and let's turn to a heading of 115.
That was funny. Oh, we just switched our heads at the same time. That was funny.
Yeah, cruise checklist complete.
Alright.
Okay, since we're going straight to Mesquite, let's go ahead and start getting situated for that.
Okay.
34, ready
So,
for the
we'll go to nearest.
Yep.
The Mesquite is
Addison Tower, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
HQZ.
My heading, I'll call your turn.
here.
And we'll go direct. So the D.
34, clear for takeoff and
Enter.
Correct.
110.
Okay.
Okay. And now for the frequencies.
So we'll go.
So I think that's interesting here. When we're referring to letters in aviation, we use the phonetical alphabet. So what I'm recently learning is saying something like KHQZ is just incorrect, essentially. But since I'm a student, my instructor's letting me pass. But really, it should have been Kilo Hotel Quebec Zulu. Would have been the correct terminology, is what I'm learning.
For the tower.
Yeah. And then enter.
Yep.
I'll put a standby too.
Yeah. Okay, there it is.
Okay, so this is the 8.
Okay, so interesting thing that's going on here. So in a cockpit, in most of basically all the planes that I've flown, whether it's Piper, Archer, or Cessna, we basically have 4 different radios that we're listening to. 2 of them are active, and 4 of them, and the other 2 are standby, right? So what's going on here is I am basically changing my frequencies to the airport that I'm heading to, which is Mesquite. So with this respect, basically what I'm doing is I'm going to put in ATIS. ATIS is the frequency where I'm getting all my weather information, and then I'm going to put in tower, and then I'm also going to put in ground, because there's a different frequency that you have to use for tower, and different frequency that you have to use when you're in the air, which is the tower frequency, and another frequency that you have to use when you're on the ground, when you're taxiing on the runway. So basically, I'm getting all those things set up while I'm basically heading towards Mesquite, so I don't have to fiddle with anything when I get close to Mesquite and I'm about to descend. So that's basically, long story short, is basically what's going on here.
Tower, into the right base, runway 34, maintain.
Just so we don't listen to tower.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the 60
So I got
and you want to full
information Yankee, winds 36 at 5.
Perfect. So right down the
I know
pipe.
that's one.
10, dew point minus 6,
The 60 Romeo, number 2, winds 3407, runway 36.
Watching that altitude.
Okay, let's go for 36 clear, Romeo.
Okay. And we'll also change the barrel on our primary flight display. Okay, perfect. Okay, how far are we?
We are about 11 nautical miles.
Perfect, yep. 11 nautical miles. So we're going to go ahead and we call them up once we get to 10. What's the call going to sound like?
Call sounds like Mesquite Tower, thrust 533, about 10 nautical miles to northwest.
Excellent.
At 2,000.
Perfect.
Okay.
And inbound for touch and goes with Yankee.
Oh, inbound for touch and goes with information Yankee.
So yeah, this is an important thing here that I'm learning. Whenever you're going to an airport, you want to call that tower airport when you're 10 nautical miles away. Inside our cockpit, they basically, when we set our navigation to an airport, they give us about the distance we are from that airport. We want to call at 10 nautical miles just to, let them know, hey guys, we're coming. So, that's the idea there.
Mesquite Tower, thrust 533. We are about 9 nautical miles northwest, inbound for touch and goes with information Yankee.
Thrust 533, Mesquite Tower, thank you for Yankee. Enter left downwind for runway 36, report west of the dam.
So we'll start descent checklist.
624.
So before landing checklist?
Yeah, so the next thing's fuel pump and we switch to the left. Mesquite Tower, thrust 533, west of the dam.
Oh, this is good.
So we're just going to extend it, right?
Yeah, all the way to down there.
Okay.
Traffic.
Just the 32 Delta,
Yeah.
thank you very much for your help. Go
These
ahead
are traffic we'll be following. There's one guy on final.
18.85. We'll see you next time.
Number 236, clear to land. Is there any way to get that to be a touch and go? Thrust 533. Perfect, and now start pulling it back slightly, about 100 RPMs? Hold it flat, perfect, excellent job here. And now we're gonna feel the plane sinking, so we're gonna pull that back.
Slow and steady, it wins the race. Take your time, you got this. Elevation, it's one step, two step elevation. Keep growing, yeah, just keep on pacing. You're a creator, keep on making, yeah, keep creating.